Well, more proof that no good deed goes unpunished. A Colorado supermarket employee claims he was let go from his job after recording 3 men stealing $500 worth of laundry detergent.
Look at them stealing. Really, bro? You got to resort to this? Economy's not that bad. Better get it while the getting's good.
The worker claims he did not physically touch the laundry looters in any way. 2 of the crooks got away clean, but 1 has since been arrested. And that's thanks to him after he revealed their license plate that was hidden behind tinfoil. And yet he was still fired since the supermarket bans employees from chasing thieves. The grocery store telling a local station, quote, "We have security measures in place to help prevent crime and de-escalate such confrontations to minimize the risk to our associates. While we are unable to comment on personnel matters, we value our hardworking associates and their safe return home." So, Judge, companies have these policies because they don't want the liability if someone gets hurt in this situation. But law enforcement needs video evidence to prove who's doing the crime, right? So how are you supposed to do that if you can't take video?
Well, I guess the thing all comes down to the policy, and this is apparently, this market is part of Kroger's. The policy is they do not chase thieves or intervene in a theft. I think he should sue for his job. And by the way, I'm hosting Jesse tonight, and we're going to have this guy who was fired on the show tonight. And the truth is that he did the business community a favor. He did the law enforcement community a favor. He had the right, in fact, under the law in Colorado to make a citizen's arrest. So he could have done all that. It doesn't seem that he contravened the policy. And they're punishing him. We are living in an upside down world where if you work for Lululemon, they end up firing you if you even say something to people taking things. You're supposed to let them leave. To what end? It makes no sense. So I think that this guy not only has a job, he has a lawsuit. And by the way, these people can be prosecuted. It's a misdemeanor. Yeah. They've got 120 days in jail and a $500 fine.
Greg, it seems like they should have stolen more if they were going to get away with it.
Yes, I'm actually having the looters on my show tonight. you know what's funny? The other obvious point is if he hadn't filmed it, we never would have seen it.
Right.
So it's kind of important to like actually witness these things happening in this era, so we can tell people this is not normal. This just happened. Blah blah blah. During the Soho looting, my wife had climbed out onto the scaffolding and recorded the looters, got the cars and everything, and she did it and gave it all to the cops. And I think that is you're basically trying to save your neighborhood when you're doing this. And I think litigation, legal reasons, and insurance reasons aside, you have to do this. There is a weird thing where we laud people for filming so many things, right? You know, there's a fight in an airport. There's somebody yelling at a Burger King. But in this case, it's not entertainment. This is not like all that stuff's entertainment. It's fine. But if it actually has some kind of moral value, you can get in trouble for it. The bottom line, you have to intervene when no one else is doing anything. We see this on the subway. That's how human beings react. We see a vacancy and we want to fill it. If the police can't do it, if the security can't do it, you will do it, which leads me to a suggestion. This is a solution that could end this right now. When you think about it, you're decriminalizing theft, right? Mm-hmm. That means stealing from them is also decriminalized. So I don't understand why, if you have a supermarket or any kind of store, you have these guys that just hang out and they wait till the people leave, then they take their stuff and they get like 10%.
You get like a posse.
Yeah, it's a posse. Like it's basically a product posse. And so they just hang out there, and then it's like, so you get, let's say they take $500 worth of stuff, they get $50 if they take the stuff from them. It actually sounds like a lot of fun for kids for a summer job. Hang out, hang out.
You get so many people beaten up.
Yeah.
If I can just get one person beaten up, Charlie, I've done my job. No, but the thing is, I don't want, but I guess what I'm telling you is that if this is legal, why can't taking that stuff away from them be legal?
You should go steal it back. But it's true. I mean, if you're an hourly worker who's just trying to make an honest living, I've watched this happen in New York City, and people come in and just steal everything. It's like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. No, I actually love that idea. I think that you could, but you'd want people to kind of know what they were doing. You'd want armed people to be doing it and to do it.
Yeah.
But
it's not my idea, but
But
I love
The
it.
armed component.
But it is amazing that you have all this concern about liability where it sort of cuts against the employees. What about the liability for the employees? You're creating, I think the legal term is attractive nuisance, by having a store that doesn't enforce shoplifting, doesn't enforce this kind of theft. And aren't you endangering your employees? And why can't employees get together? I mean, I would think that, and I think it's a constitutional right you have, even if you're at work, to be able to be safe in your environment, to be able to protect yourself.
To defend yourself.
To defend yourself.
You have that right to do it. But does that include stopping other people? Of course not.
And think about these people that have to close stores down at the end of the day.
That's terrible.
Right.
And how terrifying that
I was just going to bring that up because, look, in New York City or other places around the country where everything is locked up, going shopping as a member of the community sucks. Like, you're going to order it on Amazon. You're not going to go ask every time you want to get deodorant out of the store.
And
so that closes the
also,
community and closes jobs for these people, too.
It makes people not care about where they live. I'm not saying that we all have to participate in co-ops and things like that, but you're invested in your community, right? That's why you buy homes there, rent, however it is that you're living there. You want your kids to be walking safely around the streets. You want your local stores to feel like somewhere, even if it's a chain, like somewhere where you're safe, and also that you can have a decent shopping experience. I went to my local CVS to get some ice cream because they have the anti-American stuff I like, the Ben & Jerry's.
The Ben & Jerry's.
Yeah.
And it's locked up now. It's a new development.
Good.
And I said,
I hope they throw away the key.
all right.
Okay.
I said, why the ice cream? Right? It's embarrassing that I have to call you now every day to say I need another pint. And it's so hot out.
Yes.
What are people doing with ice cream? You're stealing a ton of ice cream and it'll be melted by the corner.
Policy meet consequences, Jessica. It's the things you believe in that has brought you to this moment in life where you are crying about your ice cream.
First world problems, but the Tide Pods are also locked up. I'm just saying that nothing is fun anymore.
That's true.
But I do think that there is a bit of a turning point coming. The Philadelphia DA, Krasner, was apoplectic and so distraught over this shooting in Philly over the weekend. I think that you see these changes with the Chesapeake recall.
Who did he blame it on? Who did Larry Krasner blame the shooting on? Not the shooters, on people wearing pins. I mean, the guy is clueless as a DA, and that's the end of it.
Well, it's not, because I can still finish what I had to say. The point is that I think that there is becoming a slow acknowledgement among some of these liberal politicians that you will not lose favor or support. You will, in fact, gain it if you call things out that are going on, like for a London breed, for D.A. Krasner, we saw in San Francisco, Eric Adams.
But isn't that sad that that's how you measure it?
That you have to be grateful for
you
them
have to be like, you know what?
job.
Now we'll do it because I think we won't get criticized.
Yeah.
You should be doing it because it's like the way you're only going to save your community, you know, and not just because it's a popular thing for you
or
crazy
you
progressive
want ice
communist
cream
scum.
easily.
Well, the judge will have Santino Barolo on the show tonight.
When I host Jesse.
We will be watching that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.